Let's first look at what is Stability and Growth Pact. So, Stability and Growth Pact in this in this Stability and Growth Pact of the European Union, only this one is covered, that is limits the levels of budgetary deficit of the countries of the European Union. That is, if there is a budgetary deficit, that is the deficit, if there is a deficit in the budget, so it limits that the levels, that there should not be a deficit in the budget below this level of the countries of the European Union, so that the countries always have a good economy. So that is what Stability and Growth Pact is. So that is what European Union countries have to follow. So in this case, the answer will be only one. And it makes the countries of the European Union to share their infrastructure facilities is not there in Stability and Growth Pact, and neither is the enable the countries of the European Union to share their technology. So answer is only one, that is 29th A, only one. Then we will go to 30, question number 30. Consider the following statements. Recently, all the countries of the United Nations have adopted the first ever compact for international migration, the Global Compact for Safe, Orderly and Regular Migration. The objectives and commitments stated in the Global Compact for Safe, Orderly and Regular Migration (GCM) are binding on the UN member countries. The GCM addresses internal migration or internally displaced people also in its objectives and commitments. So let's see what is the answer. So the option which is correct is, all the three options are correct in this case. So recently all the countries of the United, these are all current affairs based questions, you have to read the world news for this. We can follow the Hindu or the Indian Express. Recently all the countries of the United Nations have adopted the first ever compact for international migration, the Global Compact for Safe, Orderly and Regular Migration. So this is what all the countries of the United Nations have adopted. The objectives and commitments stated in the GCM are binding on the UN member countries. The GCM addresses internal migration or internally displaced people also in its objectives and commitments. Now consider the following statements in relation to Janani Suraksha Yojana. It is a safe motherhood intervention of the state health departments. It is a safe motherhood interventions of the state health departments. Its objective is to reduce maternal and neonatal mortality among poor pregnant women. So this is the correct statement. Statement 2. It aims to promote institutional delivery among poor pregnant women. And the fourth one, its objective includes providing public health facilities to sick infants up to 1 year of age. So this is not the correct statement. So the second statement is correct, and it aims to promote institutional delivery among poor pregnant women. And the first statement is, it is safe motherhood intervention of the state health departments. So the answer will be only 2. So 2 statements are correct. How many statements given were correct? The answer will be 2 statements, only 2. B. So second statement is correct. And then 32, question number 32. So consider the following statements in the context of intervention being undertaken under Anemia Mukt Bharat strategy. It provides prophylactic calcium supplementation for preschool children, adolescents and pregnant women. It runs a campaign for delayed cord clamping at the time of childbirth. It provides for periodic deworming to children and adolescents. It addresses non-nutritional causes of anemia in endemic pockets with special focus on malaria, hemoglobinopathies and fluorosis. So the answer to this question is only the third statement is correct. That is, what is Anemia Mukt Bharat strategy is, it provides prophylactic calcium supplementation for preschool children, adolescents and pregnant women. And this is not in Anemia Mukt Bharat strategy. It runs a campaign for delayed cord clamping at the time of childbirth. This is not in Anemia Mukt Bharat strategy. It provides for periodic deworming to children and adolescents. This is in Anemia Mukt Bharat strategy. And fourth one, it addresses non-nutritional causes of anemia in endemic pockets with special focus on malaria, hemoglobin. This is not in the strategy. So the option C is correct. That is, it provides for periodic deworming to children and adolescents. That is Anemia Mukt Bharat strategy. Then we'll move on to question number 33. Where is question number 33? There it is. Carbon fibers. Consider the following statements. Carbon fibers are used in the manufacture of components used in automobiles and aircraft. This is the true statement. Carbon fibers once used cannot be recycled. This is the wrong statement. So only statement 1 is correct. 33A. 1 only. This was a very easy question. 34. Consider the following actions. Detection of car crash collision, which results in the deployment of airbags almost instantaneously. Detection of car crash collisions, which result in the deployment of airbags almost instantaneously. Detection of accidental free fall of a laptop towards the ground, which results in the immediate turning off of the hard drive. Detection of the tilt of the smartphone, which results in the rotation of display between portrait and landscape mode. In how many of the above actions is the function of accelerometer required? So the option to this will be in all the three. C option will be correct. Detection of car crash collision, which results in deployment of airbags, accelerometer is required. Detection of accidental free fall of a laptop towards the ground, which results in immediate turning off of the hard drive. Again, the accelerometer is required, and detection of tilt of the smartphone, which results in the rotation of display between portrait and landscape mode. Again, accelerometer is required. Then 35th question. Now you have to comment in the this was a question on accelerometer, so you have to give me a comment what is gyroscope used for. So comment, please write in the comments. With reference to the role of biofilters in recirculating aquaculture system, consider the following statements. Biofilters provide waste treatment by removing uneaten fish feed. Biofilters convert ammonia present in fish waste to nitrate. Biofilters increase phosphorus as nutrient for fish in water. So in case of this question, biofilters provide waste treatment by removing uneaten fish feed. So then second statement is biofilters convert ammonia present in fish waste to nitrate. This is the correct statement. And biofilters increase phosphorus as nutrient for fish in water. This is not the correct statement. So only two statements are correct, first and second. So 35 answer will be only 2. 36th. Consider the following pairs. Objects in space. Cepheids, giant clouds of dust and gas in space. Nebulae, stars which brighten and dim periodically. Pulsars, neutron stars that are formed when massive stars run out of fuel and collapse. So in case of 36, only one is correct. That is only one answer is there. That is option A is the correct answer. So you have to write in comments which one is the correct. You have a confusion in this one, so you have to write in answers which one is the correct answer. So I think the third one is the correct answer, because nebula are not the stars which brighten and dim periodically. They are not the stars which brighten and dim periodically. And Cepheids, I have not heard of giant clouds of dust and gas in space. So I think pulsars, neutron stars that are formed when massive stars run out of fuel and collapse. So this one is the correct one, I think. Neutron stars that are formed when massive stars run out of fuel and collapse. Then, which one of the following countries has its own satellite navigation system? Australia, Canada, Israel, and Japan. So in case of this, Japan has its own satellite navigation system. Australia does not has its own satellite navigation system, nor does Canada, nor does Israel, only Japan. Because the following statements. Ballistic missiles are jet propelled at subsonic speeds through their flights, while cruise missiles are rocket powered only in the initial phase of flight. Agni 5 is a medium range supersonic cruise missile, while BrahMos is a solid fueled intercontinental ballistic missile. So in case of the 38th question, both of them are not correct. Neither one is correct, neither two is correct. So you have to just look at the definition, what are ballistic missiles and what are intercontinental ballistic missiles, and is Agni 5 a supersonic medium range missile or not. So now we will look at the 39th questions from the next in the next video.